Hey everybody, Eric here from Bloat Games coming at you today. My second video, almost back-to-back in a row today. The first one was I did a review of White Star Galaxy Edition, but I wanted to jump on here. I've been super busy, oh my gosh, trying to get the Kickstarter sent out, like all the rewards sent out for the Complete Vigilante hack, and then getting prepared for the Kickstarter for Survive This Zombies second edition, which goes live let's see, it goes live 3/13, that's Tuesday. So I've been super busy, plus my daughter's 16th birthday was was this weekend, so it's been a little crazy. But hey, I wanted to come at you guys and just tell everybody that I know I've been quiet on here just because I've been doing a lot of time trying to get everything that needs to happen all together at one time. We got a lot of cool stuff going on here at Bloat Games. The Jeffersontown setting guide, of course, is out now. It's in print on demand through Lulu. It's got print on demand coming through Drive-Thru RPG. I'm just waiting for the proof to arrive. We got the GM or the player options and GM's guide for DP&D. It's available over there, Drive-Thru RPG, for pay what you want now, or pay what you want, yeah. And then we'll have the print coming to that as well. So a lot of things going on. The art, which once I get to my computer, I'll change this this thumbnail for this video to the art from the Kickstarter, to Survive This Zombies second edition. I can say now that Runehammer has done the cover, and oh my gosh, it's glorious. It is amazing. It's like this skull that's wearing goggles that's like screaming, and it's got all around it's like a wreath of weapons that you would use to kill zombies. It turned out just absolutely gorgeous. Really happy about it. Couldn't, you know, in fact I showed it off quite a bit in the Kickstarter video for that actual Kickstarter. So I know that a few moments ago when I was doing my White Star review, a lot of people were jumping on. Yeah, thanks, Chris. It definitely, he's definitely killing it. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of his art. In fact, for our next major release after Survive This Zombie second edition, it's going to be Survive This Vigilante City, and he does all the art, cover art, and all the interior art. And oops, let's see. All right. Yep, sorry about that, Malik. I missed your comment, but I'll try to get it back. In fact, let me see if I can figure this out while we're live. Show chat messages. Because the cover is awesome. Thanks, Malik. Yeah, the cover was like when he sent that over, I was like, oh my god, that's like iconic. That's like, I mean, that's like, you know, like it reminds me, even though it's for a role-playing game, it reminds me of like a really awesome rock album cover. Just totally floored me. And like, I'm not a fan of like the military green or the yellow, like the colors that he picked. I'm not like a fan of those colors traditionally. Like, that's never something I would put on there. But oh my gosh, it's like so perfect. In fact, I'm kind of I'm having a little trouble deciding, because part of me wants to just leave the cover just his art, no words, and then part of me goes, well, you know, people won't know what the game is if you don't put the game title and title treatment on it. So we'll see how that turns out. But for right now, I can just say that I am ecstatic with his art. It does, yeah, it kind of does. Now that you mentioned it, it does remind me of the Expendables icon as well. I hadn't thought about that. But yeah, I mean, it's super cool. Super, super cool. So, and then I got the Kickstarter, all the information submitted, and they approved it today. So, so it's going to, I mean, it's set to go. If you're following me over on Facebook, or if you're in the Bloat Games, you follow Bloat Games on Facebook, there's an event for the Kickstarter. If you go to the event, there's actually a link that you can click to preview the Kickstarter. That's a great idea. Yeah, there may be that may be an option. I'm still exploring some of the upgrades that's going to be available, or not necessarily upgrades, but stretch goals, which I guess are upgrades. They're going to be available. Really, I'm trying to see. This is only a 7-day Kickstarter. I'm going to try to see how big it hits for 7 days. The goal is going to be $2,000, or $2,200 is the goal, and that'll get get you everything you need. But anything we do above that is where I can start really fiddling and doing some of the paper upgrades, like with Dark Places and Demogorgons, getting that stuff out the door, or getting those kind of upgrades done for the people, and not having to charge them any more money. So it's really amazing that Kickstarter gives small independent people, guys like me, that kind of option, because I'm able to produce much higher quality books without having to charge anybody an arm and a leg or anything above and beyond. So I of course, with everybody who does a Kickstarter wants it to go as big as possible, but I do hope that we do pretty well over the goal. That way we can get the papers qualities upgraded and that type of stuff. Who have Hank do a special illustration for character sheets. That could be something that can be worked out. Yeah, it's funny. Hank and I, we've been working together, just about messaging each other just about every day. And turns out he and I are very much alike creatively, and sometimes we'll say something like I'll suggest something, or he'll suggest something, and it'll be exactly what the other person's thinking. So it's been a pretty fun ride, pretty joyful ride, because sometimes when you work with artists, it's hard to express what you see in your head versus what they're hearing, and that can be an issue. And so sometimes it's a stressful thing, like you're waiting for art to arrive and it comes in. But he's pretty working with Hank's great. You do awesome Kickstarters, Eric, and other people's probably like, well, thank you, Malik. I appreciate that. I just try really hard to make sure that everybody feels that they get a value. With these new books coming out, how do we get signed copies? Hint, hint, hint. All right. Well, Chris, if you're back in the Kickstarter, there's going to be a little question on the questionnaire says, would you like the book signed by the creators? And that'll be there. Otherwise, if you buy the games, all my games will be at my website, which is www.bloatgames.com. If you buy them through the website, you can simply request to get them autographed, and we'll sign them and before we mail them out. So that is definitely how you get that portion taken care of. So we have that's really the only method I have of getting them signed to you. And if you got any that you have already, you can always ship them to me, and I can sign them and send them back out. But excellent, that's great. Yeah, but just right through the website, everything will be there. And then, like I said, on Kickstarter, there'll be a questionnaire when it asks, like when I send out the survey to get your address and stuff. I always put a question down there: would you like this signed by the authors? So, and it's amazing some of the responses you get back, because that's a free form question, or a free like a free slot. They can type anything they want in there. There's not like a yes or a no. And some of the requests have been quite amusing. So we got that going on. We got all kinds of, like I said, all kinds of cool stuff. there's some stuff that Josh Palmer, the co-creator of Dark Place and Demogorgons, is working on now. That's not ready to be talked about publicly, but guys, I'm telling you, it's gonna for people who are into card games. These are going to blow you away, and they tie in a way to our role-playing games. So they're themed based on the role-playing game, so it's really neat. Yeah, Malik, I hope so too. I got a project, and I know Hank has expressed some desire to team up again. I got a project in mind that right now I'm just trying to find time for the actual writing. But I would love it if he and I teamed up and like with Survive This Vigilante City, right? He's doing all the art, and he's had some contributions just based on the art wise. Like he'll send me something and say, hey, can you fit this into your game? I think this is really neat. And I'm like, oh yeah, we can definitely fit that in. But I think it'd be really cool, like if I just wrote a game and had him like him do feedback on the rules, but then him do all the layout and the design, because I think his ICRPG books look phenomenal. He's way better at layout than I am. Of course, he's you know, a brilliant artist, so he's got a lot of he's got like an eye for that type thing. But he also understands the tools of how to do it and utilizes the tools better than I do. So that's pretty neat. And I hope that's something that we can make happen in the future, and I think it is. And there's even been some talk about teaming up with some other people who are kind of on I guess my level in the community. I consider Hank to be much higher as far as, you know, like book sales and popularity and stuff like that. But there's been some talk about teaming up with some other people, so we'll see. You know, fingers crossed. Let's make it work. These joint ventures, yeah, they are. Love to see you guys do a similar project, a Dungeoneer card game. Have Hank do the elements and have Hank do the art. Yeah, hey, that would actually be really awesome. Yeah, we it's just funny. It's nice when you work with somebody. It's kind of like being in a really good relationship, because if you work with somebody and you can trust them that they're not going to do anything crazy that's going to, you know, break what you're trying to do or go outside what you're trying to do or change what you're trying to do too much, and you can also trust them that they're going to contribute and give great ideas. It's great to be in that kind of relationship, and that's the working relationship that Hank and I have. Super easy to get along with, and you know, it's funny because I almost didn't ask him if he'd be interested in it. Don't know why. I just was nervous about asking him. I said, but you know what? I guess the worst you can say is no, and I'm glad I have, because the art for Vigilante City is phenomenal. You guys really going to like it when you get to see that. I know that I posted just a few pics over on my Patreon page. I think they're all for patrons only, so you may not be able to see those, but I'll try to slide some in here sometime so that, you know, everybody can get a peek at what Hank's done, because he really took the tone of Vigilante City and what I was looking for and just took it to the next level. So I look at the photo, like, because right now he has all the interior art done, which is 50 pieces of interior art. First off, it's amazing that he can do that much art in that span of time and still have that quality. It's crazy. But I look at those pieces just about every day. If I'm just getting kind of writer's block or getting worn out, I'll go look at those, and they just get me energized. I'm like, oh man, this project's gonna be so awesome. So maybe one based on Survive the Zombies with the sewers and the industrial complexes and such, dungeon cards. That could be really neat. Yeah, you know, it's funny with Survive the Zombies. When I originally wrote it and conceived it, I did it because I thought that, like, it didn't have any kind of magic system or anything like that, so I knew it was going to be a smaller project, right? But there is still so much that can be done with that setting. You know, there's so much that you can do in the zombie apocalypse, and I think you know, just based on the plethora of zombie fiction and literature and stuff, it shows that in video games, it shows that there's really no end to what can come out of that. So yeah, I don't want to dive too much into the zombie apocalypse. I feel like I kind of said a lot, but that would be something to do. Have you ever read Dead World comics? I have not. I am familiar with them though, Malik. I know what they are. I haven't read them yet. But they're definitely on my list of stuff to check out. So, and typically with comics, because I'm a comic nerd, but I don't collect single issues anymore. I usually just wait till trades come out. Yeah, I know. It became too hard to keep up with a single issue, so I wait till trades come out. But yeah, I've been looking to pick up a trade. I'm also one of those people, though, I have to read everything in order, so I gotta start at the beginning. So I gotta find that first Dead World comic and go from there. Yeah, I can't start in the middle. Yeah, there's a lot of really good stuff that I still want to dive into fiction wise. So I definitely want to check those. That's on the list of stuff to check out. All right, guys. Oh, they're on Drive Through Comics. Let's see. Do you have any con dates that you guys will be attending? Yes, Chris. We are attending the Conglomeration, which is almost at the end of March here in Louisville, Kentucky, and then we're also doing another one in the Imaginarium in October in Kentucky. Now we got some other ones that are on the horizon that we're booking right now, but nothing that's been set in stone, because we're trying to get out. We're trying to stay close enough to where it's, you know, within driving distance for us. You know, so we don't have to hop a plane to go somewhere, but also trying to get out to just different people, to see different people. I'll be up at Origins. There's a group called Rogue Cthulhu, and they're having me come up and run some games. So I'll be running some Dark Places and Demigorgons for them, and some Survive This Zombies, and then also I may run a couple of they're like Chaosium's starter adventures for people who've never played Call of Cthulhu, which is really funny because I've only played Call of Cthulhu like one time, but they're pretty simple and pretty hard to mess up, so I may be doing that to help them out. But I'll be at Origins, but Bloat Games per se won't be. Now, like I said, if you go on once they publish their thing, if you're going to Origins, look me up and you can definitely get into a game. That'd be awesome. I had a ton of fun doing it there last year, so but there won't be like a Bloat Games booth. A little bit out of the price range right now. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get off here, get back to work. Always wanted to play Call of Cthulhu. Don't see many live streams of it. Yeah, Luke, you're true about that. There's not very many, which is weird because it's a hugely popular game. So many people play it, but it hasn't penetrated the YouTube market. So yeah, I'm right there with you, Chris. I love H.P. Lovecraft. I used to read Lovecraft. Gosh, back before I even started playing Dungeons and Dragons, many years ago. So back in the late '80s, I was a young guy, and I was just reading H.P. Lovecraft, and you know that inspired a lot of my early games. Were very much mythos inspired type Dungeons and Dragons games. So there was a lot of monsters with tentacles and dark ones and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, very much Dagon appeared quite a bit. So alright guys, well, I'm gonna hop off here because I gotta get back to work, or we're not gonna get all these products out. It's been great chatting with everybody. I'm gonna try to jump back on. I'll probably jump on Monday night, Sunday or Monday, and everything, just to do a little reminder, let everybody know, hey, Kickstarter's going live tomorrow. There is some early bird specials, so for those people who are getting in, if you're just planning on getting just a single book, if you get, you might want to do it early, save a few bucks. And then there's also some bundles for people who have been looking to pick up my games, who haven't picked up any of my games, and you can save quite a few dollars by doing the bundles as well. So, but that's all I got for you guys. Everybody take it easy. Hope you have a great weekend. Hope you're getting some good gaming, and I'll be back at you later. Bye guys.